It's going to go against you.
Please understand one thing.
No, can you, first of all...
Neutral first of all.
But you're not neutral, are you? Are you neutral?
I am being neutral.
Right. If you're neutral, now tell me. Now tell me. I'm going to ask you specifically two questions. Part A, part B. How many Hindus were lynched, killed, murdered, burned by the Muslim mob? And how many
80 million.
Muslims?
80 million.
And how many Muslims?
Since the inception.
One moment.
Invasion started coming.
One moment. How many Muslims were lynched, mobbed, killed, murdered, burnt by the Hindu mobs last 2 years?
I will answer you. I will answer you.
People say,
One moment. Go ahead.
I think people say that one of the longest genocides.
Because you're neutral, right?
One of the
Give me a figure from the last 2 years.
I'm giving you two.
For heaven's sake, I am not keeping.
You'll have your chance. Be patient.
Wrong with this country? What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Ask the government or ask someone who is keeping.
You're a
the
journalist,
record.
right? You know the figures?
So I write on
Remember what you said?
environment.
You said you are a neutral journalist?
I am a journalist. I write on environment. I write on climate change. I write
So
on
do you know
Pakistan
about
and
those
India.
figures? Do you know about what's happening in India in the last 2 years?
Yeah, I know.
You'll have your turn. Hang on. I'm not interested.
You are talking to the wrong person. I'm from India. I'm coming from India.
One moment. You know, you stay in the queue. Right. So,
Yes,
okay.
But you shouting
So
too
you're
much,
right.
can't answer.
Brother, please. Excuse me, please. Don't get involved. So, because you are a journalist, at least you have some information about what's happening in India, right? As a neutral journalist. So now, give me a rough figure from what you know.
What is happening in Pakistan?
Go ahead.
Can you tell
25% Hindu, now 2% left. 25,
You have your chance.
2%
Don't worry.
left.
Yeah, go ahead.
To kill, destroy.
Go ahead.
Women's been raped, killed.
every week?
Yeah, every week. It's happening in India.
Go ahead.
In BBC
I'm listening.
confirmed here. Girls groom in
As a
India.
neutral
UK,
journalist,
in India,
you should
Canada, everywhere.
Don't get involved.
Daughter is
Don't get involved.
abandoned last 1 year. Nobody
Go ahead.
When we speak about the atrocities of the Muslims on Hindus,
So this is what is
Hindus
happening.
and Sikhs have been completely wiped out from Afghanistan.
Last 2 years?
What is the population of Muslims?
Last 2 years?
How did they grow? Like
Bomb blasts
how
and
did they
attacks
grow?
have happened
Is that last 2 years?
Forcefully.
Is that last 2 years?
Forcefully.
So say that again.
April
Your ancestor, ask your granddad name. His name will be Baba
Just 1
Ramchandra.
second. Relax. You'll have your chance. Just stay in the queue. Come on. So why is a neutral journalist just walking away? Especially when we want to understand.
Yeah, let's talk about Pakistan. How many people been killed? Talk about Hindus in Kashmir.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm relaxed.
What's your name?
My name is Jay.
Jay, my name is Mansur.
Mansur, which country? Pakistan, right? From Pakistan, yeah?
I'm not from Pakistan.
Okay.
So I don't represent Pakistani politics or Pakistani citizenships or whatever. So now, what I wanted to know is, are you a peace-loving individual?
Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Bhavantu Niramaya. We are the one who giving you shelter when you came to India, giving you the food to the Polish people when they had World War. So nobody, you can't compare. We are the biggest peacemaker in the world.
Jay.
If we were not a peacemaker,
Jay. So you are a peaceful individual.
yes,
Right. Are you also a man of justice and fairness?
200%. Why not?
200%. Fine. So now tell me, being a man of justice and fairness and a peaceful individual, for the last, I'm only restricted to the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, give me a figure of the violence that was happening and the number of people that have been burnt, killed, lynched, murdered by two groups I'm focusing on. The Hindu mob, and if you are saying the Muslims are doing that, the Muslim mob. Give me a rough figure.
Why 2 years? Why not 5 years? 10 years?
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Kashmir, name of Kashmir.
I'm not interested in Kashmir.
Yeah.
India.
Yeah, 25% Hindu was in Pakistan.
Oh no, I'm not interested in Pakistan.
I'm telling
or Kashmir, which is wait. India itself, not the part where there's a dispute, is a part of Pakistan or the part of India. So leave the issues of Kashmir aside. Tell me, in India itself, mainstream India, Indian provinces.
Yeah, still more Hindus got killed, whether it's the Delhi riots, whether it's Hyderabad riots, whether it's Meerut riots.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
Number, you can see the guys in jail because of killing.
No, give me a number. Number of people that got killed. Jay, don't get pulled away.
No.
It's your opportunity to engage with the world, to really tell the people what's going on in India.
Yeah, it is what is happening in India.
So answer my question, Jay.
I'm telling you, Muslims dominating, they're misusing. What Nupur Sharma said, nothing wrong. But look what is happening.
What was my question that you were answering?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your question, I'm answering your question.
Which is?
Yeah.
What is my question?
Your question is how many Hindu got killed?
And how many Muslims got killed?
Yeah,
go ahead.
70% Hindu got killed. 30%
Give me a
Muslim.
number.
I don't know the number.
But you are from India. You came to volunteer to talk about it.
And you don't know the number. How give me the percentage?
Give me a rough number. Is it like 30 people?
No, more than 30.
Like how many?
Probably 10, 20, 30,000.
10, 20, 30,000 in the Indian provinces other than Kashmir killed by Muslims.
I include Kashmir.
No, don't include Kashmir.
India. Kashmir is part of India.
Listen,
why not?
Jay, listen, Jay.
No, you, why not?
Jay,
How
listen.
many people?
I'm trying to make you
Why not
a
Kashmir?
real person of fairness and justice and a peaceful person.
You know, one
Listen.
thing I'm telling you here,
Jay.
you talking about justice.
Jay.
You are the biggest misleading of justice. Biggest misleading of
Where am I
justice.
from? Where am I from?
I don't know.
So how can you even accuse me of that? Excuse me. Now he has to go for the car keys. Is there any other Hindu, fair, peaceful, just people? Brother, excuse me. Brother, Muslim? Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Come here. So you also wanted to volunteer to speak earlier on. Your friend went there, dragged away by a car key issues. He's not going to come back. This is a reality. It's an issue like the other journalists also was been dragged away. So may I ask you, because the violence is happening in India, we don't want...
What you want to talk? You want to talk about what? Let's start talking from Pakistan. And then we'll talk about India. Let's talk about Pakistan.
You know the Sri Lankan guy got...
Am I going to speak to him or am I going to speak to you? Speak to him?
Let's talk about Bangladesh.
My sister, in humanity.
In humanity?
Yes.
Please think about your sisters like Kandil Balot.
No, before you speak, do you think I'm from Pakistan?
I don't see, I'm not talking about India, Pakistan.
I am talking about India.
I'm talking about humanity.
I saw the Indian
I'm talking
flag.
about humanity.
I'll tell you.
I'm talking about humanity.
I can only speak to one person.
How many?
Why are you not respecting a lady?
With one person.
Yeah, exactly.
You're talking about
Between
minority.
yourself, why don't you volunteer one person to speak to?
You're talking about minorities, right?
Sorry.
You're talking about minorities.
Can I? Excuse me. May I ask?
Humanity, right?
Between yourself, bro, just one person to speak.
Okay.
Who's that going to be? You or the lady?
I'll speak, okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Now, remember, I saw the Indian flag here, and I heard the word genocide.
We were talking about Hindu genocide in Kashmir. He's talking right when we're talking
My dearest uncle in humanity,
He's talking right. So one at
he
a
was
time, please.
representing to
One
talk
at
on
a
your
time.
behalf.
Okay. Go on.
Thank you. And thank you. So now, what's your name? Raj. My name is Mansur, right? We do not want to see any violence, any aggression, any injustice anywhere in the world. Do you agree?
We believe in that. We practice that. Do you practice?
Look, I practice. Yes.
So you're representing yourself, right? As a you.
Who do you represent?
I'm representing myself, and you are asking. So if you want to ask question, I will talk about me. But if you ask about general, then I represent either India or Hindus or whosoever.
Fine.
So that way you also tell me who you represent.
When I saw the Indian flag and people talk about genocide, I said, wow, now at least now, finally, we have...
Someone is talking about Hindu genocide. That's good.
You say only one person.
Finally.
It is. Stick to your
So you
principles.
listen. Okay, one second, I'll talk. You listen to the talk.
No.
Did you listen to the talk?
I am going to tell them not to
Did
interrupt.
you listen to the talk?
Look, he agreed to be a volunteer to have a discussion. But otherwise, we can't have a meaningful discussion. Right. So, as I was saying, when I saw the Indian flag, Indian people, I heard the word genocide, I said, finally now, some really must be fair, just people talking about the genocide against the non-Hindus, against the Muslims in India happening.
Just a minute.
Wait, I'm not finished.
Ignorance.
Wait a minute.
I thought
Wait a minute.
Can I finish? Okay. So when I first came and I saw this, I said, finally now.
Wait a minute.
There are some very good, honorable people, men and women, who are from Indian ethnicity. They are now going to speak the truth and say the thing that is happening by the Modi government in India, the genocide against the non-Hindus, against the Muslims, for example. Now you'll be talking against it. Wait. Listen. And then when I asked someone, and I heard it was the opposite. So that's why I want to know, where are the real people who can talk about what is happening in India? So now I'm asking, Jay, I'm going to ask you this question. Violence is happening in India by both sides. We can see that. Don't ask me which social media we see.
Okay.
Now I want to ask this question to you, because you came to talk about this protest, so you are peaceful people or people of justice. That's what you're trying to at least illustrate. Give me a figure, the number of people that were lynched, killed, burnt, murdered by either of the two mobs from both sides. Okay. Last 5 years.
Okay, wait a minute.
Last 5 years. And don't focus on Kashmir.
Just a minute.
On India itself.
Talk yourself. Now listen to me. You talk about humanity. 5 minutes before you gave a lecture about you believe in humanity and all, right? You contradict yourself. You should have spoken about that. I want to see the genocide happening in India on either side, but you will not speak about that. Very conveniently, you will say it's a Muslim genocide. It's a Muslim genocide. Do you know what is happening in India? Do you know how many Muslims are killing Hindus? How many times they kill? How many they did the ethnical cleansing of Kashmir? How they asking to do? You go each town, each city, each place, they ask you, right? Each town, each village you go, they have made a ghettos. They don't want Hindus to go over there. They said, this is our land, this is what we want, get away from there. This is what is happening, right? So if you see, yes, violence is happening, but it's a reaction to the action which is being instigated on the name of so-called peace, loving and all. How can your religion so fragile that on one single comment which is written in a book that Muhammad did so and so, people get violence about it, and then they go and on the street protest? Why? If it is there, let it be there. It's written on the book. Read the book. She hasn't quoted anything wrong, but they will go, and when they go on loot, they will burn the villages, burn the town, livelihood of people. People react, right? So you need to understand. You cannot just go and say, oh, this is what is happening. You need to understand that.
Thank you very much, Jay. What was my question to you that you answered?
I gave you the whole answer to your question.
What was my question?
Now you tell me. You just ask about the numbers. So numbers.
What was my question?
No, you asked about how many Hindus were killed and how many Muslims were killed.
And what did you say?
So I just told you all the things. What is happening to that? I may not know the number. Do you know? You tell me the number.
So Jay, if you didn't know the number, you could have simply said,
why I have to say that? You will give me a bloody whole lecture about the whole humanity you believe and then the Muslim genocide.
Jay, remember, Raj,
I'm a Hindu protest.
you came to volunteer.
No, you will go around
Raj,
and okay,
Raj. I asked a specific question for a specific reason.
He's doing time pass. He's not interested in the truth.
For a specific reason.
Okay.
I don't see from the Hindus. I don't see from the Hindus.
Come on.
I have not seen Hindu people coming up and really talking about the truth.
Do you know something?
I thought you could be one of them.
No.
And I can be.
I'll give you the good example.
I have not finished.
Watch NDTV in India. NDTV will give you bloody numbers. They are Hindus. And they will give the number. This is or not.
Do you watch
India
it?
I don't watch it because I don't watch it.
So why are you asking?
But he will agree. Your person is agree. Go and watch NDTV.
Okay.
Go and
Raj, calm down. Calm down, man. Okay, Raj, who killed Gandhi?
Right?
Hindu or Muslim?
Why are you talking about religion?
Gandhi! Look at this guy, he doesn't know who killed Gandhi. And he thinks he's an Indian.
Who killed Jinnah?
No, wait.
You know,
Who killed Raj,
wait a minute.
Who killed Gandhi?
I know my history.
It's Godse. Okay? Godse wasn't a Muslim. You didn't even know that. So let me educate you on India. Who killed Indira Gandhi? Again, not a Muslim.
What is it?
Who killed Indira Gandhi? Who killed Rajiv Gandhi? Again, not a Muslim.
You're
There you
talking
go.
about
So the Hindus are killing their own Hindus, and they are saying we are the ones killing. Now wait. With all due respect, according to Hinduism,
Have you got the car keys?
according to Hinduism, you guys want peace.
These are deniers, you know. They will not admit it.
Raj.
You are
The reason why did I ask you to give me a figure only how many Muslims were killed, or did I give you to give me a figure from both sides?
You said only Muslims.
Yeah, right.
I hear only Muslims.
Okay, so you're not even listening to the question.
No, because
Perhaps
you just said Muslims.
did I say only Muslims were
Yeah,
killed?
you just said.
You are trying to
This is
Brother,
see, I'll tell you.
Subhanallah.
There is called as 99 mentality.
talking.
So
1 second.
That's why
Raj.
Baloch was killed.
Excuse me.
You can't tolerate women talking, isn't it?
Excuse me, sister in humanity.
Right.
Become a
You
rich
can't
capital.
tolerate
If they
women
respect
talking,
women.
isn't it?
No.
Why is it
I'm
become a
trying to have a
can't.
conversation with the gentleman.
You know that, right? India is a rape capital.
I don't think so.
Look at your own statistics. You should really go and read up.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, it does matter. It does matter.
Why does it matter?
What
Why
you
does
know
it
what
matter?
is happening in Pakistan?
You honestly want me
You
to
go.
So
Right.
answer the question.
Don't
Okay,
tell
let
that
me
also.
begin from the beginning.
So can you answer the question
No,
I
no, I
asked?
will not answer the question.
Then
I
I'm
will
not
take your
talking to you.
No, why you are not
So
talking
the
to me?
reason I asked this question
So the gathering here
is
was
to
about
show
Hindu genocide. Did you ask
whether you
anything about
are
Hindu
fair
genocide?
or unfair.
Because you're denying
If
it.
you're really fair, then you say these are the casualties of both sides, and we don't want casualties from any side. That's true fairness. That's true peace. Do you agree?
Kashmir Hindu genocide.
Right. So I asked Raj.
Don't give us
There
all these
was a
lectures.
genocide in Hindu
I asked
genocide in
you,
Kashmir.
Raj.
Wait a minute.
7 times.
Casualties
Yeah. 7 times.
both
30 years ago. Hindus
I
used
wasn't
to leave the
focusing
valley,
on only
convert,
one.
fly or leave. That is
Approximately.
the truth.
But
You are
maybe
not
I do not know the
going to
numbers,
deny
but
it.
equal number of people
India
from
is a
either
rape capital.
side
Go and
might
read
have
about
got
it.
killed. Equal number.
And what
Whatever
about
number you
Pakistan?
call.
You
I
don't
cannot
respect
say.
women.
So
You
you're
don't respect
saying
women.
you couldn't-
You don't respect men.
So
You
is
don't
this-
respect the poor. You don't
I'll
respect
give you,
anyone.
if you call Pahlu Khan is born lynched,
Just
so
for keeping
Akhilesh
peace
Tiwari
in
is
the
also
street.
killed.
You
So there are the
lynch
people which is happening on the both. I can
You
you
don't respect even
You
human.
you can't just
Never talk about
do you know
genocide.
that?
Simply
This is a double standard
isolate
coming from Hindus.
one
Yeah.
individual
Right.
when
Nobody wants to talk about religion
hundreds
from
of
all the
people have been
Hindus.
lynched.
We would like your
So now,
your
Where
religious
you get that
scholar
number?
come and have a
Where you get
discussion.
that number?
So we
So
understand
it's-
that.
Where you got
But
that
it's
number?
not
You
your
moved it.
religion.
Yeah,
You do
show me.
this.
Show me
You
the
do
status.
that.
I'm asking
So then we have to
No, I'm
respond.
telling you then.
Respond in
so how many people were killed for the last 2 years?
I do not know the number, but I'm saying the equal number, maybe 50, maybe 40, 50.
Yeah.
So 40, 50 people were killed from both sides.
Right? No, you're not Indian. In Pakistan, you're Maharashtrian.
Do you agree with this number?
Maybe. No, why you are hung up on the number?
The reason I'm hanging up is this, because
Tell the number and we agree on that.
no.
Let's
We
move on
are
another
agreeing.
topic, right? Okay.
so now, if
Oh, you're not Marathi.
Mansur,
You cannot speak
if
Marathi.
someone is,
You cannot speak Marathi.
This is happening on
You're no, you're not.
both the sides.
You're not
Both
Marathi.
sides?
Both sides, yeah?
where can I see that's happening in both sides? Which media can I watch?
You're not Marathi.
I want to see and watch from reputable sources. So
Okay, see, I'll tell you.
that's where the equal number have been also being
There are many second and
killed.
third generations.
Where can I
Now
watch them?
can be
Doesn't
equal
mean that they're not Indian. I think that is the most stupidest logic I've heard.
No, but okay, number
You're saying
you are
It is
asking.
happening on both
That's
sides.
such a big
I don't
country.
think
People
so.
every
What I'm
day.
trying to understand
And listen on one side.
is
No. My point is,
Tell me one thing.
Hindus.
Why everywhere Muslims are not happy? Anywhere you go, why they are not happy?
you are
You're the one
agreeing
who
that
is
it's
mine.
happening on both
See,
the
I'm
sides.
happy.
No, you're not.
You're so happy.
I did not agree on
Leave the number. Let's leave the number.
I did not agree. It happens in equal number.
It's not happening both sides.
Same country who said Israel do not have right to be there.
Give me a
You are a
percentage
denier
wise
also.
Just let's agree on one point. It's happening on the side or not.
They don't talk about
So are you saying? Are you saying?
It's happening both the side or not. Yes or no?
Hindu genocide.
How many percentage wise is happening from each side?
What happened to the women in
Yes or no?
I just told you it's happening from both sides. I told you it's happening from both sides. What I want to know from you is who is supporting the lynching?
Don't question on the question. Let's agree.
I agree.
No, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Let's have on both the sides.
On equal amount?
You think
It's not my
Right.
Next question. You also agree that it shouldn't happen.
That's your mentality.
It's happening on the side. Maybe numbers vary, right? Maybe if you are saying one side is 90%, the other side is 10%. Let's say the point is it shouldn't happen. Right? So that's the whole point.
Right. So now tell me now. Why are people? Why are innocent people? Why is the Modi government aiding
I am
us?
not responsible for the Modi government.
What are you doing, Pakistan? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I am making the world know what's happening by the Modi government. The Modi government is not a peaceful government.
Let them know what's happening in Pakistan or other countries.
Okay, now you're deflecting somewhere else. Instead of dealing with the problem in
We
India,
are
you're
not going
deflecting
to
somewhere
come
else.
on any conclusion, but we both agreed it shouldn't happen.
Why are you not telling your Modi government to stop the genocide?
I'm not going to answer it. I'm not
Also, India is known as the rape capital. Why?
We both at least agreed on one point that it shouldn't
Look
happen.
at that. Look at that. So aggressive.
Right?
So aggressive.
What are you?
That's the point.
What are
Can we say can?
Yes, I do this.
talking about India.
It shouldn't happen both. Let's leave it.
What are you doing against
I
your
have my
government?
own work. Let me continue that.
But why don't you influence your government to stop the genocide?
Thank you.
Hinduphobic people, you are Hinduphobic. No? We are not talking about Hindu genocide.
What did I say?
You are Hinduphobic.
There is no Hindu genocide.
There is a
That's
Hindu
a lie.
genocide. The first step is to actually
They're pulling you away because you're lying.
Nobody is lying. We have other work as well, sir.
Go away. They're pulling you away.
We are not doing
India is the rape capital according to your newspapers.
We both agreed on one point. Whatever is happening shouldn't happen.
By the way, do you agree that India should not be a rape capital?
This guy is
It's in your own newspapers, not mine.
What did I say?
Hindustan Times.
What does mass media say? You accused me of Hinduphobia. You accused me of being racist. What did I say? You just lied against me.
You cannot talk about women talking.
No, you just lied against me.
Why is that
People who are listening,
You are Hinduphobic.
watch the whole clip. Have I ever been Hinduphobic? Have I ever been racist? This lady is accusing by making a lie. Wake up, people. The lie you are saying against me. No. I want you to tell her that I have not said anything against.
talking about humanity at all.
Why are you so
You are not talking about
irritated?
humanity at all.
Why are you irritated?
You are Hinduphobic.
Why are you irritated?
You are
Relax.
Hinduphobic.
What did I say? What did I say? No, what did I say?
That's your delusion.
This is how London is becoming
That's your
What did I say?
What did you say? You are
Tell the
denying
Hindus to
Hindu
come to
genocide.
speak his corner.
Which
You are
one?
denying
In
Hindu
a peaceful
genocide.
Which genocide?
We'll give them a platform.
No, you accused me. What did I say?
You are denying genocide.
When did I deny?
You did not
Maybe you never heard of
When did I
speak his
deny
corner.
You are
anything?
actually
Maybe you
stopping
haven't.
my freedom of
It's been here
speech.
more than 100 years.
You are denying
You're
it.
serious?
Yes, I am serious.
Maybe you
When
don't
did
have
I
to-
deny
Yes,
any
I'm on
genocide?
camera. There are 35,000 people watching us.
Oh, there's more people watching
Yeah.
the
35,000 my foot.
Yeah.
There are probably a million people watching compared to this.
35,000.
Actually,
Right. So,
Yeah.
may I just say,
It's a lie.
so the 35,000 people who are watching, you just
This
seen
guy
an
did not
example of
acknowledge
someone
it.
lying in front of your face.
Seriously.
You cannot tolerate women talking. Yeah, you cannot tolerate
India is the rape capital. Go and sort
You
that out first.
cannot tolerate women talking.
Firstly, the lie you accuse people of is amazing. Your 35,000 viewers would watch the beginning of your clip to the end and they would not find anything. And instead, they will tell you how hypocritical you are. A hypocrite, a liar.
Yes, and a lie.
This is a crowd. They cannot tolerate women talking.
Yeah, it's only 2 people watching it. Look, I can see it from here.
Look, this is the crowd. They cannot tolerate women talking.
My sister in humanity, stop lying.
They did not let me talk.
Stop lying.
I didn't talk about nothing.
Who didn't let you talk? Your own people dragged you away.
So I thought we would find some real peaceful, peace-loving peace-loving, fair Hindus in the park today. We couldn't find any.
Yeah?
Apart from this one individual who spoke earlier.
We were here to talk about Hindu genocide in Kashmir. It's been happening for the last 30 years. They did not let us talk about it. This is the freedom of expression in London.
You know what?
You
know what?
The first step is
Would you let the sister know that all this emotional outburst is not going to help to solve the problem of the propaganda that we see by the Hindus. Hindus need to stop doing the propaganda. They need to stop killing the people. Right?
Stand there and just give a quick comment.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Guys, can you face away from the side?
Right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. I came to the park today and I was quite interested when I heard there was a speech in a group of people.
You're angry because you're not getting it.
Let's move around because she's not going to be.
You're angry because you're not getting the attention.
Not interrupting. She'll keep on interrupting.
Don't run.
Right.
Don't run.
Right. So, it's recording still. So I was quite actually interested when I saw a gathering here with an Indian flag and real Indian people, and I thought, wow, at least finally we will see and hear some real Hindus who are peaceful, peace-loving people, man and woman of justice, to talk against the atrocity committed by the Indian government, by the Hindutva mob in India. And guess what? I was shocked to find it was the opposite. They were talking about a film about the genocide against the Hindus. So when I wanted to ask them, what's happening in India today? Are there Muslims being lynched, killed, murdered, burnt? And they said no. One individual even said, maybe only 5 people out of these 5 years got killed. Unbelievable brainwashing. Look, we don't want any human beings to be killed, lynched, murdered. We don't want any of that. Whether you be a Hindu or a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian or an atheist or no religion. Human beings, your life is sacred. That is what Islam says. Human life is sacred.
This is what Quran says.
Can you not interrupt when I'm talking? This is a fanatic Christian heckler, because now I'm going to talk about something which is universally shared. He's going to interrupt.
Why don't you speak against terrorism? Happen in India
Right.
time.
Just to finish up, in the Quran,
Happen.
Allah says
The word.
that Allah told Bani Israel that killing one person is like killing of whole of humanity. So the subhanallah, look at this.
So when Muhammad
People need
said
to
that
understand
many people
that Islam considers human life sacred. That teaching that was given
when he killed
in the Torah is universalized. Islam did not abrogate that teaching. That teaching is such that killing one person unjustly is like killing the whole of humanity. Saving one person is like saving a whole of humanity. It is not about killing a Muslim life or a Christian life, human life. These people will bark. They will bark at the sides so that you don't listen to this universal, agreeable teaching of Islam. They want you to be silent from listening, but you know for sure. So when we talk about the violence that we see in India, for example, if the Muslims are committing violence, we will speak against it. We are not going to say, oh, they're my brothers, let us celebrate. No, Injustice, unjust killing is never going to be right. If they are killed, even by Muslims unjustly, that is wrong, and they should be facing the hands of the law and be then punished if they were treated.
There's a Hindu here who wants to talk to us.
Fine.
All right.
So now, just to show to you again,
Talk to you individually.
we were discussing
You
earlier
said you want to talk.
these Hindus
From the Talmud. Everyone telling their own.
illustrating to us they are peaceful, fair, neutral and just. But what did we see? In the discussion we saw emotional outbursts, not from a fair individual, but someone who's aggressive inside. The passive aggression that we saw, it is all to see. Instead, 34,000 followers, she was lying too. I apparently am a Hindu phobic, that I was a racist, when I said no such a thing, when I was telling the opposite. So, this man comes from a Hindu background. Is that so? He's defending them. Just to again, all people,
He killed innocent people.
be man and woman of justice. Stand up against injustice, wherever it may be. Whether it be in your own community, your own people. In the Quran, you will be surprised to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, be and stand firm as firm witnesses. Stand firm as firm witnesses. Even if it goes against your own self, against your kin, your relatives. That is the ideal that Islam brings to establish justice on earth. So we invite you to the justice of Islam. We invite you to the truth of Islam. We invite you to the reality of your purpose in this life is not to worship idols which you make with your own hands, not to worship idols that you crave in your own factory, but to worship the one and only Creator, the Creator of Krishna, whether he existed in reality, the Creator of Christ, whether he was, as they claim, to be the Messiah or not. But we believe all of these people, all of the people have been believed wrongly to be gods on earth. No, none of them are worthy of worship except the one who created them all. So people, come back to the worship of God, because only then, and only then, you'll have true salvation. If you worship a man, or a woman, a monkey, or a rat, or anything of this creation, you will not be saved in the hereafter. You will not smell the fragrance of paradise.
There's no hell, there's no heaven.
Only if you worship your Creator who created the whole of cosmos, you will have your salvation. We will have our salvation. So what are we inviting you to? To wake up. Wake up to worship none but the one and only God. Don't worship anyone else. If you want to worship anyone else, you seal your fate and you will face your consequence. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله ولكم. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله ولكم. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.